All right, thank you for joining us for Transition Talk from Mountain City Public Montessori. I'm Cheryl Allen, the Montessori coach here at Mountain City Public Montessori. And our transitions are a little bit different than you may be used to. For students, they go through one roughly every 3 years, but staff go through it every year. So we're going to talk about what we do, and your child in the years that they aren't going through a transition will still have students transitioning in and out of the classroom. Oh, let me see if I can move my slide ahead. This presentation is not like me today. Okay. Our transitions. One of the first things you need to know about Montessori affecting transitions is that our classrooms are based on the 4 planes of development that Dr. Montessori observed. So in 3 to 6, our primary classrooms, students are refining the skills that they've developed from 0 to 3. They have another time of intense change in lower elementary from 6 to 9. And so we keep that as one classroom. Again, they're refining those skills in 9 to 12 in our upper elementary classroom. Middle school is again going through an intense change. So from ages 12 to 15, we're in that middle school area. You may be familiar with, you're probably very familiar with your child's classroom name. All of our classrooms have names of local flora or fauna. We have mostly animals. So in 3 to 6, the dragonflies and the opossums. In 6 to 9, the flame azaleas, the chickadees, and the hellbenders. From 9 to 12, the barred owls, the rainbow trout, and a yet unnamed class that will be joining us in 25-26. And our middle school is the kestrels. We keep these names even if a teacher should move or we get a new teacher, these names stay. So they're not the teacher's names, they're the classroom's names. For our transition process, we take it very seriously. It is we take time with it. So the guides share information with each other. They do this with reverence. It's really important that they know, oh, this child does best when someone helps them make a work record in the morning, when someone helps set them up. That's really important to know so we don't have to take weeks to figure that out at each level. There's enough change within our children that we do need to continue to be flexible and figure these things out, but at least we have information to start with. We build a classroom community on paper. We're going to talk later about what we look for, but we're not just using a random number generator and putting students into classes. The guides observe in the classroom, so they're observing the students that would be rising into their class. And they're looking for things that the skills the student will need in their class, less academic skills, more social skills and how they're going to manage the environment. They're also looking for people that they may work well with or not work well with so that we can keep that social aspect away, keep an awareness of it. Students will make short visits to the next level. They very well may not be visiting the class that they're going to be in. They'll make 2 visits. We really want them to feel comfort in what's happening. In most cases for us, it's on another floor. Going to middle school is not another floor, but we want them to see that floor and feel comfortable in that space. They don't go for a really long time, but it's just part of making them comfortable. There will be, we may make changes. There will be a day in May when everybody goes to visit. Um, and if your child doesn't feel comfortable with it, that's okay. Remember, it's not the whole class going to visit. It's only the students. We call them gammas who are in their 3rd or 4th year. We may make changes again. Obviously, we have a system where students are coming in as there are places available. So we may need to make some changes based on that. You find out placement in August. That's when we have the information for certain. Talked about students visiting the next level. They visit for about 30 minutes. They'll usually make 2 visits over the spring. We try to have them go with a classmate. Sometimes numbers don't work out. Somebody's absent. They'll at least go with somebody on the same level, so someone they know. We try to have gammas visiting the next level when they're visitors. So if your child knows somebody who is a 3rd-year student in the flame azaleas and they're visiting the flame azaleas, don't promise that they'll see them because they may be visiting the next level. Until the last week in May, 2 students at a time is all we have per class. That allows observation to happen. That last week in May I talked about, we try to keep it fun and really low key. So they'll do a little bit of work, but we try not to make it a really big deal. Things that we're considering in making those classes: their developmental growth, their age range, the age range of the whole class. We don't want a whole bunch of 1st-year students in a class. We want to spread them out. We want to consider gender in the class, strengths of people who are entering the class. We know a lot about our students, so we want to take it all into account. We want to know their need. We want to think about their needs. We want to look at racial and cultural diversity, and we want to think about student combinations. So all of that we take into consideration when creating a classroom community. For your role as a parent, trust our process. It's long, but it's also lovely. Share excitement and interest in visitation days. Don't psych them up so much that they get nervous, but just, it's, oh, how fun. You get to go visit that. That'll be exciting. That, ask about it when they're done. Speak of classrooms as complete communities. So it's the Chickadees community, not Miss Maureen's class. Miss Maureen may be the lead instructor there, but we speak of it as the Chickadees community because we really try to develop a full community. Be flexible. Your child may be scheduled to visit on Tuesday, but maybe we know that they would be a lot more comfortable if their friend is with them and their friend is out on Tuesday. So, we send somebody else and then they go on Thursday. Just trust that we're not just picking anybody. We're trying to make combinations that will help everybody feel supported. And welcome your child's new community. It's really hard to leave a community you've been in for more than 1 year, or even a community you've been in for a few months. You've connected with those students, you've connected with that teacher. Be really open to the new community, the new people in it, and the people who've already been in it. Reach out to the people who've already been in it as like your own sort of guides to it. And all of our teachers here are amazing. So you'll have a great community. Oh, I get so involved in the role as a parent that it doesn't want to move on. There we go. In August. August is an exciting time. You can help support your child of having a great start in the year by being excited about your child's growth in their new community. Nobody comes back exactly the same in August as they left in May. So point that out to your child. Expect some growing pains. It's not going to be what they left, and they're not in the same place. Also, they're leaving being the leader of the group, and now they're coming in starting all over again. So keep that in mind. If you hear some frustration, definitely share it with us, but also just keep that in mind. Oh, connect with the new guides. This is part of their responsibility and your responsibility. They will definitely reach out to you. We have an evening when you can come meet with them. Take advantage of all of those opportunities. Welcome new families who enter through the lottery. At this point, there aren't very many spaces there. So really welcome them. It might just be one new family per level, per class. So reach out to them so that they don't feel excluded. And join us in school connection opportunities. I already talked about that one. Helping prepare over the summer, people are always asking us what they can do. Reading and writing is always a great thing to do. Visit the library. All of our students know our local library. They would love to see other ones. Set a time to read most days. I know it doesn't happen every day. Some of our summer days are really packed. But on those days when it isn't, having a quiet time in the house when there are no electronics on and it's just a reading or a writing time is really great for our physical body to kind of settle us down and great for developing reading skills. Be open to a variety of reading materials. Lots of times people think that comic books are not real reading, but they actually have more unique words than your average children's book and honestly your average adult novel. So they are great at developing vocabulary, and honestly, anything that's reading is developing those skills. For writing, they can make lists. What do you want from the grocery store? What do you want at our cookout? What do we need to take camping? All of those things are things that a child can start a list of. They can write letters. I know there are people all over who would love to get letters from your children. You can write reminder notes. If they want to make sure that you go to the park on Thursday, have them write you a reminder note. And try to limit screen time so that reading and writing have room in the day. Be schedule aware when we're coming back to school. Think about all of us. My schedule gets off schedule on a weekend sometimes. So start moving back to school time schedule a week or two before school starts. As adults, we do it because we start coming in that early. But definitely you want your children to start moving that direction. Talk about the excitement of going back to school. We all talk about the excitement of summer and what our plans are. Don't forget to hype up school just as much. Make plans for a goodbye routine, especially if you have younger children. Are you going to do 2 hugs and a fist bump? Like, what is your routine going to be? Because when you're at the door, it's not time to develop a routine. All of a sudden there is no routine and they don't feel comfortable going in. So talk about that beforehand. Make a goodbye routine. As always, be flexible with it. Review school expectations that may be a challenge. So read our handbook and make a plan before coming to school. So no toys often can be a challenge for students. Talk about it beforehand. Make an at-home plan. Is the toy going to be ready for pickup in the car? Is it going to be ready at home? What's the plan? Because coming to school is not the safest plan for the toy. Look for opportunities to see school friends. This helps them remember that like we're all doing this together and there are people that they know. Enjoy summer and enjoy back to school. Uh, We miss you in the summer. We really do. We miss the students. We love it when we run into you places. Uh, and just keep that in mind that it's not one thing is better than the other. They're just different. Every classroom at Mountain City Public Montessori is amazing. It is literally my job to go into every classroom every week, and they're all amazing. So don't be upset with whatever class you have. Sometimes we know it helps students learn better to not be with their bestie. And on the same level, they see each other at recess and other times together. So it's not a complete division. Uh, We acknowledge moving to a new level feels like a lot. The new guides will work to connect with your child and your family. That's what the whole first week or so of school is going to be, a lot of connection. So if your child doesn't know anybody's name on the first day that they start school, by the second week, they should have had many opportunities to practice names and to connect with others. So let them know that. Feel comfortable with that yourself. Give grace. We always try to do that for our students. Don't forget to do that for adults. Things will be different in August. Everybody's in a different place in August than they were in May. The communities are developing, so things are a little bit different. We're always learning, especially here. We're just entering year 3. So exciting. And we're still doing better every time we figure something new out. We're excited for both the rest of this year. I feel like I'm kind of rushing, but we're excited for the rest of this year, summer, and next year. We hope you enjoy that and that you join us in that excitement and that you enjoy all of them the rest of this year, summer, and next year. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to Rachel, has that extra A in it, Brittany, I know that you email her all the time, or you can email me, Cheryl.Allen.ch, and we're all at mcpublic.org. Thank you so much. We love the fact that you share your children with us, and we appreciate that you're part of the Mountain City family community, the Mountain City Public Montessori community, that you're a family here. Thank you.